Well, we're nearly there. On Wednesday night, John Key and David Cunliffe went head-to-head in TV3's political debate. We'll have the best moments in just a minute. There's just 1 week to go. Let's get political. This week in politics, the only fight in town, Key versus Cunliffe. The leaders took turns exchanging blows in our studio for the TV3 leaders debate.
Okay. Look, if it barks like a dog, it smells like a dog, it looks like a dog, it is a dog.
No, John, you've had your turn. It's my turn.
The 3 News Read research polls are coming thick and fast, small but significant shifts, especially for the minor parties. Colin Craig's nudging the 5% threshold. He should celebrate by listening to his favourite New Zealand band from London.
Pick a favourite New Zealand band, it'd be Dave Dobbin or Police or something like that.
And John Key's tactical campaign for the South Auckland Pacific vote suffered a blow with claims his candidate in Mangere is using a Samoan chief title she's not entitled to.
It's a high chief title I inherited from my father. It's a blessing from God and from my dad, and that's it. I receive it.
People have died as a result of others wrongfully using a Matai name that they do not have the right to use.
And that's it for this week in politics.
One person can change the world. Well, maybe a small part of it. If you're an MP, you have the right to put forward a members' bill, which is pretty much a way to change, introduce or replace a law. There are a lot of MPs, so not all of them can have their suggestions debated. So how do they decide which ones will be selected? The process is not as glamorous or as official as you may think.
It's done out of this biscuit tin here. 29, so...
Who's the lucky one? Energy Efficiency and Conservation, Materia Ture.
And in case the biscuit tin process wasn't Kiwi enough, guess where it's from?
You know where.
Once the bill is picked from a tin, it's then debated and voted on in Parliament. Of course, not all of them will pass, but that's just how the cookie crumbles.
It's been a turbulent couple of years for ACT. Former leader John Banks was last month convicted of filing false electoral returns, and the party's still dealing with the fallout from that infamous cup of tea last election. But they are trying to clear the table and brew a new generation of supporters. Here's Dan Lake with leader Jamie White.
Well, I've done a few things. After I went to school and university here, undergraduate in Auckland, and then I went to Cambridge in England to do a PhD in philosophy. The pub across the road there, the Elbow Room, I love a night out at the Elbow Room with my mates and talking about crap. Yeah. And just like that's the kind of thing I like. So I used to dance a lot as well.
Oh really? What
yeah. Well, going out clubbing in London. I even did quite a bit here, but I've got kids now and age is catching up with me, and I find that I suspect that when I dance now, I look like one of those embarrassing uncles, so I'm stiffening up a little bit and it's not a good look, so the dancing's fading away a bit. At first I couldn't quite get in, the whole house music thing, I was maybe fractionally old. I'd really liked funk, and that was the kind of, but then I did get used to house. I got it in the end. It took me a while to get it, because it's a bit different. But I did get it in the end. But no, my preference is still funk.
So why do you think, if you were on the street and they said, I'm not going to vote, I don't care, what would you say to them to try and change their mind?
Well, that's very interesting you say that, because I wouldn't try to get them to vote if they don't care. In fact, I think people who've paid no attention to what's going on and don't care are irresponsible to vote. It's kind of like driving drunk. So they shouldn't do it. They should care, and they should get informed, and then they should vote.
Next time, the politicians get a pop quiz. How will they do, and can you do better? Tweet us at LGPNZ and get the latest in election news right here on 3news.co.nz. I'm Tova O'Brien. See you next week.